This is 5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
A shooting in St. Louis leaves one person dead and another in critical condition tonight. Thanks so much for joining us. I'm Kelly Jackson. The shooting happened just a few hours ago near Lindell and Spring near St. Louis University. Robert Townsend joins us live from the scene tonight. Robert, what have you learned?
Hey there, Kelly. Police were out here at this deadly shooting scene for 2.5 hours. Now, about 30 minutes ago, they finished their investigation here, and you can see at this 5 o'clock hour, Spring Avenue near Lindell Boulevard is now reopened to drivers and back to normal. Gunshots rang out just after 2 o'clock this afternoon in this area. Officers arrived and learned one man had been shot and killed. Again, a second man also suffering gunshot wounds and was taken to a hospital in critical condition. Now, police spent time talking to a woman whom they called a witness. Right now, investigators have not released any more details about the shooting. Crime scene technicians took photos of an older model blue Jaguar. Its driver's side window was shot out, shattered glass, a tennis shoe, and several shell casings were in the street. The car's windshield wipers were still on when officers got here. Now, the shooting happened near an off-campus apartment building where SLU's senior Malik Stewart lives.
Yeah, it's definitely shocking. I mean, it's never a good thing when somebody's, killed or injured or anything like that. And it's definitely just kind of, crazy to see it just so close to campus.
Now, police tell us they do have one suspect in custody. They also say this shooting did not involve any SLU students. Live in Midtown, St. Louis, Robert Townsend, 5 on your side.
Tonight, police are trying to find plaques that were stolen from Jefferson Barracks Park. Justina Coronel is here with new information about what happened. What's the latest, Justina?
Yeah, Kelly. So yesterday morning, maintenance staff noticed the missing pieces, and they believe the crime could have happened either late Sunday or early Monday. Now, the plaques cost thousands of dollars, but the value behind them is so much more.
That's my late husband and me when we were at someone else's wedding.
It's a priceless memory she holds close to her heart.
Oh yeah, I remember that day. I was young.
Barbara Hemmeyer remembers the precious moments with her late husband, Bob. 20 years ago, he passed away and was buried at Jefferson Barracks Cemetery.
It was the Vietnam era.
It's a site near and dear to her. And just 5 minutes away is Jefferson Barracks Park. And the site also salutes soldiers for their service.
It used to be part of the Jefferson Barracks military installation.
The historic place holds honorable items.
This is the Veterans Memorial Amphitheater, which was built in 1989. In 2004, we installed 5 plaques honoring the 5 different military divisions. This past weekend, 2 of them were stolen off the front of the stage.
The thief even took more.
It was on a granite marker and it had a bronze plaque on it with a list of names of Wagner Electric employees. The bronze plaque was stolen off the granite rock. Soldiers who died in the Battle of the Bulge, it was a plaque on a bench, bronze plaque. It was also stolen.
Hemmeyer can't comprehend the crime.
There are so many people who served our country, who did good things, and to see others just take that away from them without thinking about how much our countrymen saved for all of us.
The Parks and Recreation director said the plaques were pricey.
Each one of these in 2004 were about $2,000 a piece.
The value, though, is so much more. For Hemmeyer, it's something you can't put a price on.
Those kinds of things shouldn't be happening in a place where so many gave their lives for our nation and our right to freedom.
Now, police say there is no suspect information and no arrests have been made. We're told there is a park watch line that you can report information 24/7. That number is 314-615-4733.
Thanks, Justina. Tonight, the city of St. Louis will take the next step in addressing the problem with vacant properties. Thousands of buildings across the city are empty, and now leaders are trying to do something about it. 5 on your side's Diamond Palmer is live in North St. Louis, where the city's Community Development Administration is kicking off its new initiative. Diamond.
Good evening. The St. Louis Vacancy Collaborative Initiative says they're giving way to a new project, and this new project will be partnerships between city leaders and agencies. The initiative says there are over 22,000 vacant buildings across the city, including residential and also commercial buildings. Now, 1 year ago, the St. Louis Fire Department gave way to a database system to address residential vacancies. The database is 93% complete and ranks buildings in three categories of entry, minimal entry, and entry. According to Fire Chief Dennis Jenkerson, he says that there are no specific instances of saving firefighters' lives from this database, but it does add to the overall safety of community members and firefighters.
I can't say that we've had a specific incident, but as I listen to the radio, it's all day long. Hey, this is a vacant building, this is a target location, pay attention to your computer information. But it's an update that we use every day when we fight a fire on a defensive type stand because we know the building's unsafe. We know this building.
The meetings here tonight will end at 6 p.m., but the St. Louis Fire Department says if you see a vacant building, it is always best to call them, and that number is on your screen. Reporting in North St. Louis, Diamond Palmer, 5 on your side.
Thank you, Diamond. Consumer advocates are warning borrowers in desperate need of cash. Do not take out high-interest loans. Instead, look for more affordable alternatives. Tonight, our political editor, Mark Maxwell, is taking a closer look at how predatory loans exploit a racial wealth gap.
Kelly, Illinois cracked down on payday lenders and title loan companies that were charging borrowers as much as 300% APR. Now, consumer protection advocates warn it's pawn shops exploiting a loophole in that same law to trap desperate borrowers in a debt spiral. Analysis from the Woodstock Institute shows a dramatic racial disparity in payday loans targeting communities of color in the Metro East. People living in a 95% black zip code were 12.5 times more likely to take out a payday loan than this zip code, where census demographics show 99% of residents are white. Those numbers were consistent across majority black and majority white neighborhoods across the Metro East. We met Clarence Gaydon, a Marine veteran with disabilities, who says he got caught up in that debt spiral when he surrendered his only car as collateral to free up enough cash to pay for the burial of his children's mother.
They automatically come repossess your car, and then you got to pay the repossession fee, you got to pay the toll fee, then you got to pay the release fee. All of that add up to $3,000, and I just borrowed $4,500. So for me to get my car back, I just paid $3,000.
That's what happened when those bills stacked up too high. He couldn't keep up with them. A 2021 lawsuit allowed pawn shops to continue charging higher than that 36% cap on APR that applies to payday lenders or title loan companies. Now there's a push to extend that cap to pawn shops, but it stalled in Springfield earlier this year when consumer advocates say the pawn shop industry inundated the Capitol with an army of lobbyists to protect their profits. More on that tonight at 6.
All right. See you then. Former President Donald Trump has been indicted for the 4th time this year. He and 18 of his allies are charged for their efforts to overturn the 2020 election results in Georgia. This includes his lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, and former White House Chief of Staff, Mark Meadows. The Fulton County District Attorney says she plans to try all of them at once. She is expected to propose a trial date within the next 6 months. Across all 4 indictments, Trump faces a grand total of 91 criminal charges. Mr. Trump and the other defendants have about 10 days to turn themselves in. It is a topic that has caused heated debate in Maui, what people are saying about the island's tourism in the wake of wildfires. The man that inspired The Blind Side says he's been lied to. How he says his story made Sean and Leanne Tui millions, but left him on the sidelines.
Doesn't feel like August at all. It's still cloudy and much, much cooler. And we have one more really cool night. How close we are to a record this afternoon, overnight, and when it heats up again.